Here on the channel, inFAMOUS Second Son is one of the most successful trophy guides. What I have to say about that is first, thank you. I did not expect this amount of reception for the video. It's super nice to know that there are people more passionate than I am about the inFAMOUS series. And second, did you know there is a prequel to Second Son? It takes place in the familiar Seattle area and explains all of the crazy events that led up to that fateful moment where Delson discovers he is a conduit. Except the story is being told through the eyes of a familiar face. You play as Fetch in her own standalone adventure called inFAMOUS First Light. Sucker Punch aimed to do exactly what they did before with inFAMOUS Festival of Blood and make a companion piece to Second Son. Not only did they conjure up another compelling experience in the series, but also tried some new things like the Battle Arena challenges. It also featured a Platinum Trophy for the game, even though First Light is more of a DLC expansion. We have this game to thank for other similar experiences on the PS4, like Uncharted Lost Legacy and Spider-Man Miles Morales. But getting back to the noble achievement Platinum Trophy, First Light is in some ways easier than Second Son, but in other ways more difficult, especially with the arena challenges. We'll have to dive back into the Duke-patrolled Seattle to find out why that is. This is Platinum Hunters, the show where we take a look at everything it takes to get the Platinum Trophy and whether it's worth the effort to achieve it. Like I mentioned before, the inFAMOUS Second Son video is on the channel and it's ripe for you to take the Platinum Trophy, of course after you grab this Platinum Trophy. And definitely subscribe for more trophy guide videos just like this one. You might just find your next Platinum Trophy. This Platinum Trophy run is pretty different from Second Son. Firstly, the game doesn't feature any morality options, so obviously there's no trophies that you have to worry about for both choices. Which means secondly, you only have to do one playthrough of the game. Thirdly, you can play on any difficulty you like instead of being required to play on hard mode. And fourthly, while you still need to clear all the activities on the Seattle map, the bulk of the trophies in this Platinum run will be acquired inside the Battle Arena. The Platinum run is broken down into 3 parts and best played this way. First, beat the story mode. This will unlock all the map activities and get you your level 1 abilities. Second is to finish all the side missions found in Seattle and clear the maps. This will also help you get enough SP points to invest in your upgrades, which is super important for that next part. Finally, the rest of the Platinum run will be inside the arena, finishing all 100% of the challenges and getting 500,000 points in each of the 5 different arena battles. Most of your time will be spent here grinding out all of the global challenge requirements, especially that 10 million accumulative point challenge. I'll definitely do my best to be pretty thorough when I cover these parts especially, but as always, I have guides and videos I personally used myself down in the description below. We are kicking off this Platinum run by finishing the story campaign, collecting the 4 story mode trophies. At the very end of Fetch's story, you will unlock the She's Ready trophy. The campaign is pretty short and can be done in about 3 to 4 hours, not even speedrunning it. Beating the story mode will also unlock all the activities you need for the later trophies on the map of Seattle. Similar to how you were shooting smoke at drones for shards, stopping local crimes, and tagging some walls with graffiti, Fetch has a bunch of activities around Seattle to do of her own that will keep you plenty busy. The first activity you need to do is the Lumen races, which doing all of them will get you the Lickety Pronto trophy. You will chase down a rogue ball of light using your flash-like speed dash to catch up to this thing. The purple rings that will appear will give you a boost and help nab all 17 of these bolting lumens. There are also 75 stationary lumens all around the districts, and you have to collect them all for the illuminated trophy. Having the later abilities really helps with collecting these, because you can acquire a dash jump or air dashes, which help you get up to those high up lumens. Next, you'll have to do some light tagging by doing all of the neon graffiti moments for the That's So Fetch trophy. These are all like in Second Son, where you use the motion controls to do them. There are only 7 of these, so they're not hard to complete at all. The final side mission type you will do in Seattle is shutting down all of the police drones. This is for the Blackout trophy, and this side activity will become available halfway through the story. It will remind you of shooting down drones in Second Son, except you can see where they are flying in a first-person view. Like the neon graffiti, there are only 7, and it's pretty easy to complete them all. That will finish the second part of the Platinum run, and now we can move on to the more crunchier part of the guide, the Battle Arena. This part of the run is where most of the difficulty comes from, as you will have to do a number of things to get the rest of the trophies. But before we get serious, make sure you use all the SP points you just collected from doing the side missions and spend it on upgrading Fetch's abilities. In the end, you will need all the upgrades bought to pop the Unleashed trophy, but getting the rest of the SP needed will come from the challenges. For this game mode, I highly recommend investing your points into the homing missiles, because they are beastly and will keep your multiplier up. Keep upgrading your laser focus skill till you can enslave enemies to fight for you, and then also upgrade your melee, because you're gonna need the upgraded melee finishers for the rescue arenas. Trust me, these skills will make this whole process much easier, until you start clearing challenges for SP points and you can unlock the rest of the kit. There are 4 trophies to unlock dedicated to completing the 96 challenges. I'll pop them on screen right now, but essentially a new trophy will unlock every 24 challenges beaten. 3 of these challenges have to be done while free roaming Seattle. 33 of them will be unlocked by playing the arena mode exclusively, and then 60 of them, titled global challenges, can be worked on in either free roam or arena mode. Many of these are completed by beating enough of a certain enemy type, others are unlocked by using your abilities in a certain way, and many of them are score related, whether it's one go or cumulative, and lots of these other challenges are milestone related, whether they are kills or saving hostages. The long list of challenges are in the menu and will show you your progress. As well, if you need help with any of these, the trophy guide I am including has a full list of them. There is a bit of grinding when it comes to some of these challenges, but for some challenges you might have to wait till certain situations just present themselves. But once you complete them all, the trophy Perfectionist will be yours. The rest of the trophies we are going to cover in this guide are all challenges that you will need to do. Perfect. 2 birds, 1 stone. So let's get going with these. Gonna have to hit a bunch of birds with your Neon Singularity finisher for the Event Horizon trophy. This one will require you to use your big, flashy, screen clearing ability and clap 100 people to get this trophy to pop. I love the way this ability looks, and it's super useful in the arena. Another incredible ability you have is the homing missiles, and you will need them for the Bada Boom trophy. You need to get 20 kills with your missiles, but the trick here is they'll all have to be in a row. Inside of the arenas, there are plenty of light sources you can use to replenish your ammo, so fire off your arsenal and then replenish. If you do it right, the trophy will pop on the 20th kill. Next, you will use your stasis ability to help you get the Fish in a Barrel trophy. This is for getting 25 kills where you shoot the weak points on an enemy stuck in stasis. All you have to do is first suspend them in the air with your stasis, and then go into focus shot view, where everything is in slow-mo, and shoot the body part highlighted in purple before the stasis wears off. After your 25th successful wombo combo, the trophy is yours. The last 3 trophies that we just covered could technically be done in free roam as well, but these next 2 trophies have to be done here on the battlegrounds. First one is the Turret Syndrome trophy, where you need to get up close and personal to 50 turrets and overload them. That means getting behind the turret and pressing the touchpad to overload it and get it to work for you. This one's going to take some time as they periodically spawn when you're playing. The other trophy is called Great Responsibility for saving 50 hostages while playing the Rescue Arena mode. Those are those green colored squishies that spawn, and you'll have to take out all the enemies surrounding him before you can rescue him. Same situation as the turrets, just gonna have to keep playing until you get the 50 mark and the trophy pops. Alright, we have 6 trophies left to cover till you get your shiny new neon lighted platinum trophy. Let me know if you've made it this far into the video by dropping a like, and let's get ready to score some big points and bring this platinum home. In each of the 5 arenas, you will need to score some big points in order to get the 5 trophies. 500,000 to be exact. I'm not going to say this is an easy endeavor, but once you start to see how the wheels turn in these battles, you won't be sweating these trophies too hard. I'm here to help you and make sure you come out victorious. As a cool side note, if you have an inFAMOUS Second Son save file, you can actually play some of these arenas as Delsin with his powers instead. Just keep in mind that you won't be contributing towards any neon powered related challenges if you do that. And going forward, I'm going to be using Fetch exclusively for this part of the guide, so my strategies will only pertain to her. First, we are going to focus on the survival arenas, because I think they are a lot easier to do. Here you will take on wave after wave of duped soldiers and some spicy enemies in the higher tier arena. I'll pop the 3 different trophies on screen right now, but for these arenas you will need to reach 500,000 points like I mentioned before. This is not tough, but you will need the right upgrades to help you get the job done because later waves when you are getting close to the goal are super hectic. Most important tool is your homing missiles, and you should make sure you upgrade it to the max. If you're short on some SP, complete some of the easier challenges to obtain the rest you need to spend. Keeping your multiplier up is the most important factor in getting that 500k point score. The multiplier will increase every few kills and can go up to a maximum of 50. If you get your multiplier that high, the chances of you popping the trophies is all but guaranteed. But if you don't get any kills in a certain amount of time, your multiplier will drop by 5 points. That's where the homing missiles come in to keep that bad boy up, as you can unleash a volley of missiles towards a group of enemies and the missiles will do all the work. In later waves where tons of enemies spawn, you can just launch a wave of missiles in between dashing around the arena, and you will have 4 volleys in your ability clip before you have to go and find a light source to refill. Your second most important ability is your Neon Singularity, especially when you are in a pinch. When it's charged up, dash to the side of the arena and launch your attack of devastation towards the middle of the arena to maximize the amount of enemies you can capture inside this lighted vortex. The blast will skyrocket your multiplier and give you some moments to breathe before enemies spawn. Your light dash will also do the same, as it's incredibly rare to be hit by enemies while you are dashing. Don't forget to incorporate this into your moveset because it will keep you safe. It's also great for helping you get rid of the sniper enemies you'll need to prioritize against. You can just pay them a personal visit by running up the wall and taking them out. The mind control ability I mentioned before is useful as well, cause who doesn't want a few allies? Definitely worth investing in and using it to your advantage in the early stages of the fight to even up the odds. So your game plan ultimately boils down to dashing around, serving up your 4 rocket volleys from a distance, then booking it to the closest light source to recharge, and enslaving some enemies in your vicinity, all to charge up your Neon Singularity. This will keep your multiplier high and keep you safe. It ain't glamorous, but you know what is? Those 3 survival arena trophies you'll get if you stick to the game plan. The Gamma level arena will also spawn in some limited time modifiers like infinite finishers, super bolts, temporary invulnerability, and the coveted double multiplier. All 4 of these will help you immensely, so make sure you grab them. Now you will have all the tips and tools to dominate these arenas. The 2 rescue arenas are a bit more tricky because of the hostage mechanic thrown into the mix. You will be working towards getting these 2 trophies on screen now, both focusing on you scoring 500k points in these arenas. During each wave, you will have hostages spawn into the arena that you will need to save. They are highlighted in green and are surrounded by a group of enemies that will start busting a cap in the hostage's ass if you don't get there quickly. The hostages are pretty damn squishy and don't have that much health. The thing that really sucks though is that you can't grab the hostage until you dispatch all the soldiers first. Then you can grab them and bank your points. To make the most of these rescues, you will again need to keep that multiplier up, and there are plenty of enemies spawning around you to accomplish this. Later waves are going to spawn multiple hostages at a time in intervals, so you want to get your points in the beginning before that game starts asking you to be in 2 places at once. Successful rescues are all about precision and execution. Your melee finisher is going to be one of your most important tools when dealing with these rescue spawns on top of structures and catwalks. Always make sure you have at least one melee finisher on hand, because the most upgraded version of your melee finisher will cause an explosion when you use it. This will knock out any surrounding enemies, and then you can proceed to grab the hostage and move on to the next. Precision and execution, quick and easy. Don't waste time focusing on a single target at a time. Keep in mind that if you fail to save 5 hostages, the fight is over and you will have to try again. Plus, failing to save hostages will drop your multiplier. Your stasis ability will also help you focus on multiple targets and at least stop them from gunning down the hostage. Use it to get the soldiers aggro and keep the fire off of the hostage. In the downtime between spawning hostages, incorporate all the other tips I mentioned already in the survival challenges to keep the other enemies off your back and keep your multiplier up. You will eventually get to a point where it's incredibly overwhelming to save all of the hostages. And this is by design, so bank those points early to ensure you hit that 500,000 point threshold. Once you complete both arenas with more points than required, you will pop those trophies and complete those challenges. With those 500k score challenges out of the way, you can focus on the rest of the challenges and use the SP points to buy the rest of the upgrades you're missing for the Unleashed trophy. The last trophy we have to talk about in this guide is called Top of the Class, and you will get it once you hit an accumulative score of 10 million points. And this will just be a matter of grinding out the arenas until you hit that threshold. It's a lot of points for sure, but once you get the hang of these game modes, you can get anywhere from 500k to 1,000,000 points a run, or maybe even more. You have been watching my gameplay now as I talk about the arenas, and I have been able to get a score as high as 1.5 million, so with practice you can definitely do that too. Also, if you're finding all these arenas too challenging, you are not getting the scores you want, just drop the difficulty down to easy. This game isn't like Second Son where you have to play on hard mode, so don't make this harder than it needs to be. And once you've completed all of the challenges and purchased all of the upgrades, that is it for Fetch's journey, and we'll see her again in infamous Second Son when she teams up with us. So, if you have followed the trophy guide and collected all of the trophies, congratulations! You will be awarded the Noble Achievement Platinum Trophy for infamous First Light. Overall, I think infamous First Light is a great time. As a companion piece to Second Son, it was cool to come back to the DUP patrolled Seattle from a different perspective, and get a platinum trophy out of it too. Festival of Blood didn't have one, but Fetch's story did, and I am grateful for that. It's absolutely worth going for the plat if you're going one by one collecting all of the series' platinum trophies. The arena missions added to this game are an interesting addition to the series. Sure, they make getting this platinum trophy a bit trickier than Second Son's more straightforward platinum trophy run, but I won't say it will wall anyone from getting this platinum. The 500,000 score trophies can be attained with practice, and the challenges just require some time and some effort. Alas, we have reached the last game ever released in the series as of recording this video. But that doesn't mean there aren't infamous titles we haven't covered here on Platinum Hunter. Thank you guys so much for watching another infamous Platinum Trophy run. I was serious when I said thank you at the beginning of the video. Thank you guys for watching the content. Thank you guys for making that video such a success. And I wanted to follow it up with this video so that way you had the companion piece as well as the main dish. It just makes me happy to know that people are putting my guides to good use, and I hope you guys are getting all the platinum trophies that you want and getting those numbers up. There's still 2 more videos that we could cover here in the Platinum Hunters Pantheon when it comes to talking about inFAMOUS. So you guys have already let me know that you want those videos, so just continue to subscribe to the channel for more of those videos. I'll see you guys in the next trophy guide, and I hope you guys are having wonderful trophy hunting expeditions. Peace out.